Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
And we are back today with another Unraveling the Mystery. So when we last left you on our journey, we talked about C2C, how to start a C2C, how to make a C2C block, and just kind of showing the basics and debunking the mystery that it's a difficult thing to do, and showing you that if you can do chains and if you can do slip stitches and double crochets, then you can do a C2C like this. And this is a C2C washcloth. This is just big twist cotton. I caught it on sale several weeks back, and I don't know the color. I'm really bad at not telling you all colors. I just kind of feel like if it's a color you really have to know, I mean, you know, you look up big twist cotton and it'll show you. But I love the way these ones that I've been getting, they're new to me anyway, have been working up because they go from light to dark, so they're like an ombre. I really like that. So now we're going to talk about how we're going to decrease, right? Okay, so we've gone as far as, or I'm going to say we've gone as far as we want to go. This is a washcloth, so or dishcloth, either way you want to do it. So this is 11 blocks, and that to me was big enough. It looked like it would fit my hand. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to see if I can get a little closer to show you, because it's not a tutorial, but I just want to debunk the myth that this is difficult. And for me, when I did C2C, I needed to see somebody do or explain to me, not necessarily do it, but kind of explain what they were doing as they went along, so that it didn't look difficult. Because I would get so far and then I'd have this wonky looking thing and I'd be like, now what do I do? So let's say I've gone as high up as I want to go, because you're going to have to decrease on both sides, right? And if you're doing a rectangle like a blanket, then you decrease on one side long before you ever do the other one. So when you decrease, you come to this last block. This is the last block I made as I came down this row, right? So I was like this, and I crocheted up this last block, and you turn it around, and normally you would chain 5 and just go on and put another block. When you want to decrease, all you have to do is take your hook and go back into that last stitch and slip stitch, and go in the next stitch and slip stitch, and the third stitch, yep, if you don't drop it, and slip stitch, and then you slip stitch into that space that your chain 2 leaves, right? And then you just start again, chain 2, because I do a chain 2 instead of a chain 3, because on the initial one I only do a chain 5, so it's a tighter stitch, right? Spring taught me that. All right, so, and you just go ahead and continue on like you normally would with your blocks. And so when you get down, do one more block so you can see what it looks like. There we go. So, and you can see you've started your decreases so that it's flat across this side as well. If you can see that, yeah. So, and each time you would get to that point, instead of increasing when you get to this end, you would just slip stitch across and go back down, okay? So that's what we do. And then if you don't want to decrease on the other side, you can keep increasing just like always. So you decrease down one side and increase down the other, and you'd have one big long rectangle instead. When you get ready to decrease on the other side, you do the same thing you did up here, and then you just keep working until you come down and you only have one block in the end, and you'll be finished. I just hate to see that people look at C2C like I did. I used to be terrified of it and think I can't do it. And then when I first did it, it was a mess a couple of times, basically because of, first of all, the biggest thing was getting over the mindset that it was something I couldn't do. Then getting over figuring out how each block was lined up, like which stitches and what order and all that kind of thing, to figure out what a block consisted of. And then doing the decrease. Once I got those 3 things down, it's a breeze, and I've used it all year, and I never really was that crazy about it. I liked it, but once I found graph GANs with C2C, which is where you do lots of color changes, I'm hooked. And kind of wish I wasn't sometimes because of all those ends and all the changing, but I really like the pictures that it makes. And Kristen's done some of it too, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. So, I did a pumpkin, graph GAN.
Wall hanging.
Yeah, not graph GAN.
Didn't it win something in the fair one year?
It won Blue Ribbon first place.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. You could start with something like that, like we did for Christmas Extravaganza, and do the initials on a wall hanging, and that makes it super simple, something easy, 2 colors, and get you used to doing the color changes. So that's our Unraveling the Mystery for today, and that will wrap up our Unraveling the Mystery for C2C. Except I may do color changes. I don't know. I may try to show you guys how to do that for, like, if you were going to do a graph can or something, so you can see how I do a color change. I do a color change a little different than a lot of people. It's not that I created it. I found it somewhere along the way, but I do my color changes a little different, and I think it makes it a neater project and shows the colors better, and you don't have as much of the wonkiness that you sometimes get. So I do that in hats too sometimes. So when I have to do a color change so there's not a jagged ridge there, like, you know how it usually jogs down, I have a way that I found to do it that usually makes that less noticeable. So that's all we have today, and we will see you again. Oh, I forgot. We haven't done a video in so long. We did Christmas Extravaganza, and then we did a few weeks of videos, and we've been MIA. Of course, by the time this video goes up, it will be late today, and I'm not going to apologize because we're lifing and it's okay. It's here, and you get to watch, and we get to see you, and that's all that matters, right? So, question of the day.
Are you more introverted or extroverted?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
I'm a little bit of both, okay? When you first meet me, I'm really shy and closed off. But once I'm comfortable, I open up a lot.
I was going to say it depends on who I'm with. With my family, I'm extremely extroverted. With my friends, the same way. With people who are total strangers in certain situations, I can be an extrovert. If it's somebody I know I'm probably never going to meet again, and we're just sitting talking somewhere. I was somewhere this weekend, and there was a person sitting there with me in the waiting room, and they were just yip, 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 and I just talk, and it was fine. I was never going to see them again. With someone that I'm meeting, like if it's a new person coming into the family somehow, a new friend of my kids or something like that, I'm probably a little backward at first and then open up. I'm just a little guarded, and it's just how I am. I think I can be both. It just depends. How about you? Are you a real go-getter, extroverted person that just loves to be social? And like, I think I'm both, but I also know that I'm not very social. Like,
I like to be at home.
I like to be at home. I like people. I think that's one reason why I like social media so well, is that you're still at home, you can still socialize, but you don't have to be around people. I don't ever like to feel like I have to put on a front or have to entertain somebody or be somebody that I'm not. I like being comfortable, and for me, that's at home. And so let us know what you think down below, and we'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to be kind, because
You don't know anybody else's journey.
bye.